Welcome back. Um, it's been about a few hours since I came on here and talked with you guys last. But yeah, like like I said, I thought I would come back in and just chat with y'all again for a little bit since I'm not really doing much right now. And yeah. But as everyone is making their way in here, please be aware to be respectful to all of our new incoming subscribers and to all of our moderators, because all of my mods do, like, they do a lot for the stream and for me to keep the stream going and to keep it where it's not all over the place. So, and also mind me sounding a slight bit off. I'm just somehow tired. I've kind of been like this probably since 2 or 3 this afternoon, just because it's just been a long day, and last night it was also pretty hectic too, because I was hanging out with family that was out here, and then I came back here around like 11:30, and then when I got here, picked my church outfit for the day, and yeah, and also I went to church this morning. And so, of course, when it's church for me, it's literally the early morning wake up call. And y'all, I'm one of those people that is not a morning person. So, yeah, so do not mind me literally sounding like I am, crazy. But, kind of talking with you guys kind of will help me out just a little bit on that. So, yeah, if you're new here, please like and subscribe at some point. Yo, I do encourage it, but not like constantly telling you to force it. It can be any time when I'm on the stream up till I get off. So you're more than welcome to do those things any time in the stream. There's no force for it to be like right now. So don't think you would need to be rushed to do it like ASAP. You can do it in a few minutes or in the middle of the stream, just somewhere before I end it, because the last thing you want to have is y'all plan on doing it, but I end up ending the stream because of either it's at max hour for me or just stuff like that. So yeah. But anyway, yeah, like I said, if you're new here, please, feel you're literally gonna get the welcome from me and everyone else. But that's just what we do here. We welcome all of our new subscribers to the channel and make them feel that they're welcomed here, and and also, like I've told this before, on my channel we are a positive community. We are not the typical, I don't accept people who come in here either acting like a fool or or trying to bully other people in here or myself, because I don't want anyone to feel like, I just don't want to make, the thing is, hate is just, it's getting too much out there, and, yeah, and so, it's just one of those things where, hate is literally not allowed here, just for those people there. We're gonna eventually start doing that, but, luckily so far it hasn't happened a lot, currently, so knock on wood for it to stay stable. Because, hey Mel, welcome in. How are you doing? And so, um, but yeah, so, y'all, let's go. We got the first kicking off. But yeah, I hope everyone's day was good today. My day was pretty good, but it was also a long day. Let's just say that. And kind of tiring. Because, like I said, all I did today was I went to church this morning, which I had to wake up at 6, at least 6:05 in the morning. And so, yeah. Luckily, I'm shocked I was not extremely tired around that time frame because in my brain I thought I would have been asleep. But, nope, that tiredness did not kick in until probably 1 or 2 p.m. But that was just because yesterday I was hanging out with my aunt, uncle, my cousin, and her boyfriend for a little bit last night because they were staying in our area because there's this one house in our neighborhood that people could stay at if they wanted to. And yeah, so we were hanging out with them for at least till 11:30 and then got back here. Then I picked Mouth out for church. And then, yeah. So it's just one of those things. Patrick, I can see you're new. Welcome. And I'm from the U.S. to answer your question. But hopefully you're doing well. To those of you that are just coming in. But yeah. Like I said, we're just chilling. We're not doing anything too chaotic. For those that are wondering. I'm one of those streams where we just relax, we just chat about all kinds of stuff because not a lot of people not all the time want to be up and active doing stuff, which is okay because it's good to chat and catch up with things. And so I'm in the US. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool, Patrick. Nice. Man. But yeah, like I said earlier, do not mind me sounding a little bit cracked tone, just a little bit. That's just because, like I said, out of the blue, half of me just started to go drain mode. Probably around, I want to say 1 or 2 p.m. But just because, like I said, with half of last night, and then me waking up this morning, but all that didn't really kick in until about 1 or 2 o'clock this afternoon. Which, yeah, welcome to young adult life, feeling exhausted like that. So, it's just one of those things, when you're busy. It's good though, because that just means you were just actively busy for a couple of days and stuff like that. But so that's cool. It was 95 to. Dang, Mel. Yeah, Mel, where I live, we've been getting the 90 range as well. So trust me. Yeah. Yeah, y'all. Texas is also another state where it just gets pretty hot for it being summer now. Officially. Right now, the range is anywhere between the 80s and 90s right now. But y'all, I have a feeling when it hits more July, it's going to start slowly eventually making its way to the hundreds. Which, oh, yo, that's gonna be the most brutal heat. So, just start to prepare for all that. But, yeah, it's pretty wild. I'm not gonna lie. With it being like that. Mel, to answer your question, yes, I went swimming actually yesterday, and yes, I actually have worn my new swimsuit that I did show you. I think I've now worn that, like, I think now 2 or 3 times now, or 4, and that's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. It feels really nice to wear. Yeah, and the cool part about it is underneath it, it's got automatic, like, built-in shorts, and almost actually, if I think about it this way, okay, here's kind of the thing about it. Everybody knows, like, cami, like, spaghetti strap tanks that us girls would wear, like, under, like, see-through clothing, you know? Think about, like, half, like, the front, like, the fabric part, not the sleeve part of it, but the fabric main of it. So kind of think about that, and then, like, get, like, just a decent pair of shorts, and just imagine if they were, like, sewn together. That's kind of what it's like. It's pretty cool. And so, even though I kind of have to pull the shorts down just a little bit, just because, they are the width, but just sometimes they like to act up. But hey, if it just means for me to here and there pull it down, that's not a big fuss for me. But yeah, and also with the swimsuit, it's also tummy control. So from other people's perspective, it does not show too much in that area. And it makes me look really cute at the same time. Because, y'all, we want to feel some kind of way. We don't want to feel like we're just wearing something typical. It's just not going to bring the fun in us. And so, yeah. Whoa. Oh, you're scared of water parks, Mel? Oh. Let's see. Ghosts. Dang. Thank you. Really, Mel? I actually never knew that. Y'all, we learn something new every day. But, yeah. I mean, y'all, everyone is scared of, something. It's okay. Like, let me think. Me related, if I had to say something with me that I'm definitely scared about or just don't really like, man. I think with me, I mean, there's a lot of things people can get scared about. I mean, with me, obviously, one of the things I definitely would say that I'm kind of in that scared zone with is, trying to really think this. It's oh, man. I think it's honestly, oh god. I've got to think about it. Yeah, give me a minute. Ugh, yeah, spiders are, ugh. Yeah, I think a lot of people hate spiders. I'm not a fan of them either. They're just, ugh, too weird. Yeah, I mean, yeah, not a lot of people are huge fans of spiders. I'm not a fan either. Like, ugh, get them out. And so, I think definitely with me, I am definitely, in my opinion, I would definitely would say I'm kind of more scared of just like, I think like, I mean, that's, I mean, oh God. I mean, that's a good question in my head to think about as we're all kind of just reading through the chat. I'm 5'3", to answer your question. Yes, you guys, for people that don't know that, I am a mid shorty. Which is accurate for us girls. We're not even meant to be too tall. But yeah. Yeah, I'm only 5'3", y'all. Pretty crazy. But yeah, y'all, I stopped growing at 14 because I was diagnosed with scoliosis at that age. You know? But I mean, you know, at the end of the day, it's just your height. It's not a big deal at all. Like, I don't find my height a too big deal, even though, even a lot of people, even me and Joe, would just, we all just start thinking that if we were an inch or two taller, we would kind of be able to reach certain things better. Like, y'all, if I were, if I had to be taller than my height, I would definitely want to be a few inches more taller. So then this way I can actually reach things high up. Because, y'all, as us short people, we cannot reach something high up. If you ask us to literally try to reach something on the highest shelf, good luck with us trying to do that. So you're gonna need to grab someone who's taller in that height, or grab a step stool and see if we can do it from there. You know, it's just not how we work. Do you bet? Man, do you do bet judges for? Mel, that's a good question. I really don't. I really don't, honestly. But luckily, my scoliosis isn't like super bad. Like, it's not like super extreme. So, y'all, if you kind of vision it this way, imagine if you kind of make like if you kind of draw it out in your head, you kind of go here, slight C, and then straight up. I'm thankful, y'all, I'm thankful it's only that much and nothing way past that. Or else, that would just been too much in my deal. And so, yeah, I'm tired. But anyway, oh, and also for those people who are coming in here, something I will point out, I pointed this out, a few hours ago when I was talking to everybody that was in here, but we do have one new person here and then a couple returnings, and so, yeah, so something I will tell you guys, something new here that I've started since yesterday is, on my lives now, I decided, not really we, but I decided, because something came in my head, just out of the blue. And so, for those of you, I will say this is an opportunity for people who are ages of 13 up to 15 years old who come in here. So, for reference, a lot of you know I've got mods who come in here, so if we have to deal with people, they can deal with it. But I'm kind of doing a similar kind of thing with those people, but they're gonna be standard mods, meaning they're only able to mute text, mute chats, do that. That's it. And then what I'm gonna do is I'll have them there from ages 13 to 15, so it kind of gives them the fundamentals of learning of what being a mod looks like. And then when they turn 16, I will basically promote them to managing mod, which is where a lot of you are at, except for one person. Because that one person I did have to update them there because I found out something about that one person, but yeah, you know? And plus, y'all, if you think about it this way, I was telling one of my mods who was in here earlier, it's kind of like a little opportunity for them, but it's also a learning perspective. Because it's good to learn while you're young. So, if you ever do want to do in the future, you kind of get a sense. And especially since if this is a first for those people, it just kind of shows them kind of what it looks like. And even some of our other mods who are managing, so like Mel, Holler, those people, they can also show them a lot kind of what it looks like. So when they get to their age, which is 16 up, they will know, okay, this is what goes on. And so it's just a really good learning opportunity for those people to kind of get a little sense and just behind the scenes of it. And so I did, and I also did a thing too. So for example, with like basically one of the things I did for my current mods who are in here is I did a Google form where I will have that person, whoever asked me, and if I approve their age limit and then they're in the category, I will let them, and then they go into that form, fill out their YouTube name or their name if it's under their name, and then all the things. Let me know when they're done, check it. But I did the same thing too, but with people, but with all of our standard mod people. So pretty soon we'll start to eventually get some of those people coming in here. So yeah, so it's a pretty good opportunity to put it out there for those. Let me check my chat. But yeah. Let me go up to make sure I didn't miss anyone else's response. Okay. Sorry guys, I was looking at some of the comments up there. But And so anyway, we are just chilling, hanging out right now. And so that's just what we're doing these days, which is good, because we should just be chilling. Ugh, but yeah. So me and Alexa are doing pretty good. That's a good thing. So but yeah. So Leah, I love you too. And so, yeah, that's just kind of what we're doing though, y'all. Man. Anyway, man, you guys. We're all chilling, y'all. But y'all, you also kind of get to hear kind of the night sky background as well. Excuse me. An itch. Kind of as we're talking. But yeah. So, and also for those people who want a little bit of an update on my man, he's been doing amazing. Um, he and I've just been texting when we're able to, like we would any ordinary day. But y'all, only like 2.5 more weeks until we get to see each other. Because for those of you that don't know, we actually get to see each other for the week of 4th of July, which I cannot get over. It's literally gonna be insane. Because we'll be seeing, like I said, we'll be getting to see each other from July 3rd up to the 8th. And y'all, it's gonna be crazy around it. But yeah. Yes, good vibes only, people. I will say this to everyone who is coming in. Right now, we're doing good about that. So let's keep knocking on wood that it stays like that. Because, we don't want a person or two coming in here just turning the tables like that. You know? Leah, it's okay. Let me just say this. Leah, I'm going to say this too. You know, I honestly feel comfortable with you and me being friends on here. And y'all, that's why I really don't add people who I don't physically know, not social media know, outside of life, just because, it's not like I'm saying people are acting. It's just, I rather, you know, put safety first with me and just not get hurt or feel like I'm being pressured. Because, y'all, let's just say I had 2 friends in different years who, whew, one friend literally got me traumatized by it. But it was back in like middle school year. Throughout half almost high school year. I don't like bringing it up a lot because it just traumatizes me a lot. And then a friend from high school, she was kind of like that friend, but my senior year, just because she was very pressuring, just very chaotic, and it just got too much for me to handle, and just, it's just I don't like people who are like that, and just I feel like, I just don't like people who, just do stuff like that to me and just make me not feel comfortable or just, I only like friends and people who are kind and respectful to me and would treat me pretty well. It's just, So for example, like I have like so far a lot of you people in here, for example, like Mel, Raymond, Holler, half of everyone who's came in here that's been pretty respectful to me. I'm thankful for y'all because y'all have been really nice to me and I'm thankful for that. Because, there's a lot of people out there who are just disrespectful and they just don't know what kindness is. And so thank you to y'all and also Leah as well. And plus, Leah, I just had to just take some time off myself just to not. Because, I just, I don't like to be a part of drama that's intense. Or to just feel like I'm a part of drama. I feel like a lot of us who have, like, certain, like, mental health stuff or can relate with that. I don't have a whole lot of mental health issues, but I know there's people that have, like, mental health stuff. They kind of deal with the same thing. And so, yeah. It's just, But it's true. Mel, thank you so much. I mean it. And I'm thankful for you too. No, not right now, Patrick. No, I was just talking just about some backstory stuff to the others. But I mean, of course we've had people in the past that, of course, were rude, but I didn't take it too far. I just, when people are rude in the chat, I don't act like it's there, honestly. I just act like it's there for 5 seconds and then it's gone. And act like it did not pop up in the first place, you know? But if it's more of like friends, that's a little different, you know? Yeah, exactly. Leah, you'll get through this. I know it. And let me just say this for everyone in here who does struggle with mental health stuff in here, it is okay. A lot of us have certain medical stuff that we can't control. Like, we don't have the ability to literally hit a certain button in our head to go, okay, we're gonna pause it right here, and that's how it works. Like, y'all, I don't have so much mental health issues. I'm a 19 and a half year epileptic, but I'm also a person who does not like people just being rude or judgmental, or just feel like I'm being pressured too much. Because, people can pressure you to the point where you're not realizing that you're gonna start you're just gonna start going insane in your head just because of how bad it gets, you know? And so, like I told you guys, the first half story time of the first friend who I don't like talking about, it just, like I said, for that person, it just traumatized me a lot more just because of how kind of far she did it. And even though I was doing chance after chance with her, the last straw I did with her, I was actually done. Because at that point, y'all, that was my breaking point. That was my full on breaking point with her. Because I could not bear myself doing it anymore. Because, y'all, let me say this too. You're going to know when your breaking point is with somebody you know. Yes, Leah, let me do that in just a minute. But, yeah, let me just finish what I'm saying first quick, and then I'll put you back on. But, yeah, I mean, y'all, this is kind of a good point for everybody. If you ever in the future find yourself in a situation where you're talking with you're talking with a friend that you've been friends with for either a few years or recently, and you kind of notice they start to turn into a whole different person where they're pressuring you a ton, and you're trying your best to not go insane yet, but your brain at one point had enough, like you want to get ticked off about it. I will tell you, just as a recommendation, if that person in your life is going to start literally get on your nerve, if I were you, I would block them on everything to where they can't add you or try to contact you, because you do not need friends like that in your life. You need friends who are going to be by your side when you are at your lowest point. You are going to need people who are going to listen to you, and not just people who are they're just going to act like it's a, stupid little thing. Because, you don't want somebody who's like, okay, I don't care what the heck you're saying, none of that. None of that needs to ever be in there. You would want people that are like, hey, so-and-so, I am so sorry for what you are going through right now. Is there anything I can do to help you throughout it? Like, to talk about it? Stuff like that. Because that's what a true friend is they do that. They ask you, are you doing okay? Do you want to talk about it? Because a true friend is kind of like a sibling in my definition of it. Like, I have some other friends too where they're also like a couple of friends that are also like sibling to me, at least. But cause it's just because they've been so good to me and they just feel like a sibling. And it's, yeah, you know. Leah, let me do what I'm gonna do real quick. So give me just a second. Alright. You're back mode. Exactly, Patrick. No one does not need bullying at all. Like, no one does not need to be bullied over a medical. Like, here's an example. Like, people should not be bullying others either due to their medical condition or childhood background, Because some of us, probably went through a lot back in the day. And just, yeah, exactly. Like, Patrick, I've went to church most of my life, but since I moved last year, like, I'm in the same state still, but just a different area in my state, which I'm not bringing that up on here. But when I moved from where I used to be, it took about a year for me to just try to, to really kind of get into that, to slowly start that schedule. And so this year about probably a month ago, actually, was really when I started to slowly put that as a schedule. Because one of my neighbors in my neighborhood would go to this one church that's like 10 to 15 minutes away, which is not bad at all. It's a pretty good few minutes. And this church has had some history personally to me from like last year that I remembered, and just the church is just amazing itself because the people there are very sweet and kind, and just everyone's just very welcoming. And that's what you want in a church, is for people to be kind, respectful, welcoming new guests involved. And so it's just, it's for real. Like, seriously. Yeah. I'm glad we met too. There's gonna be days where, we'll kind of just have a day or two because either people are just making us insane or just life just gets carried away with things. But y'all, there's also times in your life it's okay to step back for the amount of time you need. Because right now what's important is taking care of your health. Because, for people on here who have medical conditions and even mental health medical stuff, it's important for all that to be taken care of, so then you are not trying to make it to where you're at the baddest point of it. Like, y'all, one of the things with me and my epilepsy is I get headaches and dizzy spells every little bit or so, but it's just because of the side effects of the medication. I take not much of my actual disability of itself, but some people who have epilepsy and their medications they take, they can experience it, but not everybody. It just really depends on the medication you are on. But hey, for me, what I'm thankful for is my medication works to where my seizures are like visibly like canceled. Like they're canceled out of me at this point. And so, yeah, it's just, I'm just thankful to be alive today. Yeah, some people, it just takes a bit, because, a lot of people are just getting to know you, but also, we all go through things. It's not just things, you know? Yes, she is literally, I definitely agree with you on that, Leah. She is the best. Like, she's amazing. Like, even she is just very kind and just a good person. Whenever I'm bringing up a time that I start to get one of my episodes while I'm watching a live, she's just also just been very sweet and kind of just thoughtful because, you know, living with a disability like that, it's not it's not always the easiest thing in the world, as a lot of people in their brain would think. And so, um, yeah. Yeah. And plus, her life is definitely a fun life because, A, it kind of gives you a little bit of a distraction for like a couple hours just from stress, anxiety, to all the crazy stuff that's happened in, like, you know, from the day or the week, you know. And it just, you know, and music is a good stress reliever because, you know, it can be your own favorite song you like to listen to or a recent song you listen to, you know. Just hearing songs like that, it puts you in a good mood, and it just, you know, certain songs might describe your personality or something about yourself, you know. Music says a lot about our personality, you know. Hey Alex, welcome back. How are you doing? It's been a minute. You know, we have had 5 people in this chat. That's wild. And so, um, yeah, I do too. All right. Um, Alex, let me look real quick. Okay, let me get up because my leg is just, ugh, my leg. Excuse me. Hey, I'll be right back, you guys. So, mods, watch the chat while I check something very quickly. Okay. Let me do this real quick. Alright. Let me do this. Okay, let me see how my chat's doing. Oh. Okay. So with that, guys, I was looking over that response. Yep, I'm back out. Sorry, I was looking over the chart. That way I could put you in just a second. Which, hang on, let me do this real quick. Hang on. Give me just a minute. We're gonna do it this method real quick. Hang on. So I'm just gonna do something really quick. So, yeah, I gotta move a whole lot of things. But, alrighty. But yeah, you guys were just hanging out right now. Okay, let me see how good this will stand. Alright, pretty good. Just gotta grab a couple of things. Sorry, I was just grabbing to do something really quickly. I kind of do it like this. Give me just a moment. Alright, sorry guys, right now, hang on. Doing something really quick. So it's gonna give me just a minute. Alright. Let me write this down really quick. Man, I'm getting a lot of... Y'all, sorry you're hearing a little bit of my notifications in my computer. I'm just putting something down real quick to keep count of things. It's important to do that when needed. There we go. Now, doing it the normal way. Better get this down. Alright. Sorry, I was writing this down. Let me do this real quick. Alex. Alright, Alex, I just added you. Sorry, I was putting your name down. Just as a kind of layout organizer. So there you go. Second standard mod. I need to actually write the second one down in just a minute. But I'll wait a little bit later though. And so, yep, here we go. Now we can continue what we were doing. So, what? Oh, that's funny. Oh, I'm dying. That's too funny. Oh, you think that's an 8? Just put something in here real quick. But yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, we're just hanging out at the very moment. But man, it is only almost 10:30. Crazy. Yeah, we're just chilling though. But yeah. So, crazy. Oh god. Leo, gosh, my hair is tied back. Like, literally, it is highly tied back. Yeah, that's just because that's my crazy kind of competitive side. And plus, it's just a couple inches shorter. Not like extreme short, but just like medium short. Just because I was doing a couple inches of a trim. Just because it needed it. And it's good to do that every few months or so. Just to get all those dead, worn out ends off. But also, a lot of those ends that even have so much matting, even if you are literally shampooing and conditioning your hair and brushing it all the time, it's good to take that off just so it kind of, feels easier to brush through. But I just do that just so I can just kind of refresh my growing process, just to restart it a little bit to see if it gets a little quicker. But yeah, it feels pretty good. I gotta fix it real quick. Ugh, yeah. Leah, you're too funny. Yeah, some people might look at that, but that's until you see a ponytail come out. Like, exactly, because it's, y'all, my hair is tied back 99% of the time. Just so if, we ever get people in here who act up, oh, y'all, I'm 5'3" and I don't mess around. I literally don't mess around here because I'm literally a queen in this chat. For real. Because it's true. Us short people do not play at all. Alright, bye Mel. I'm glad that you came in here. Hopefully you have a good one. Leah, I'm not really feeling comfortable to really be doing a lot of the chatting outside of here. Just, I just don't. Honestly. But here is fine. And plus, I don't really add people off stream. Normally. That's a me, though. It's just safety. And, I'm not trying to re-put me in that position again. And so, anyway, I'm gonna continue. Okay, you could have just said his name in the chat. That would have been helpful. No offense. So, well, we have 2 people in the chat. So, we're gonna continue. Anyway, we're just chilling, y'all. Hang on. Just gotta move some things out of the way. I'll be right back, y'all. Give me just a minute. Alright, Leah. I'm glad that you came in. Yeah, I'll probably spot you probably Tuesday in here, because that's when I'm live next. It's Tuesday. Because I stream every other day just to give a day out to myself, just to, watch just medical reasons. But yeah. Anyway. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna. I mean, I'll probably be on here for a little longer, but not for too long. And so, ugh, man, allergies. So, anyway. Alright. So, anywho. Give me a second. But yeah, for others that are still in here, just, be sure if you haven't done the things in here at some point within these next couple minutes, feel free to like and subscribe if you've not done that, but if you have, do not listen to me. Because, I won't be worried about you at that point. And so, yeah. But anyway. Sorry, my allergies have been making me crazy for the past few hours, but I did take a Zyrtec probably a couple hours ago. I mean, they're not bad, but just here and there, just they like to, that's just what pollen will do to you in the crazy months. So, anyway, now we have 5 likes. Let's go. But yeah, that's just kind of what we're doing right now. So, yeah, but yeah, I'm probably gonna go ahead and jump off for the night, on here at least, but I will see you guys back on stream on Tuesday. Have a great rest of y'all's evening/night on my side, but if you're day or afternoon, have a great rest of your day.